It was a 1939 serial Universal starring Buster Crabbe, and it's Buck Rogers in the future. Basically, the plot of this one is Buck and Buddy get frozen alive at the North Pole, and when they get thawed out, it is like 500 years in the future, and the world has been taken over by an evil dictator and his army of super racketeers. Super racketers would actually be more impressive. The serial was then ground down in 1953 from 237 minutes to 68 minutes, cutting out the cliffhangers where you think he's about to die and then it turns out that he was actually safe the entire time and that the narrator is just a dick.
So this is going to be completely action-packed from start to finish.
Ideally, yeah. This is basically...
just crammed everything in there.
Whatever they considered action-packed at any rate.
As Kelberg presents Planet Outlaws! The revised version.
Background.
I wonder how he got the nickname Buster.
People are always like, listen here, Buster. Stop having sex with that pig. And given the choice between Buster and
from somewhere in the
Pig Humper,
have come from time to time flaming discs and weird aerial phenomena.
This movie sucks.
Whence have they come? Dr. Morris Avion, one of the leading aerodynamicists in the world, stated that in
for a moment I thought his name was
they had
Bigot.
originated elsewhere than the Earth, and that they
Biot
are
sounds somewhat like some kind of euphemism or
yes, they
a
could
slang
be
term.
from another planet, or a development of enemy power.
only a Biot
But
can
whatever
call
they
another
are, they
Biot
continue
Biot.
to cause a great deal of concern and controversy. And when we are tempted to say that they are just a fiction writer's dream, we must remember that Jules Verne once dreamed of exploring the ocean depths, and in time we had the submarine. Leonardo da Vinci also prophesied that someday man would fly like a bird.
As soon as we've sussed that out, we'll let you know.
Even the atom bomb thrilled readers of fiction magazines before it became a reality. In fact, the author was so realistic in his description of a terrifying destructive force that he was investigated by the FBI, who thought he had gotten secret information from government laboratories.
Turns out he was just a time
Now
traveler.
man dreams of limitless power.
After a thorough torture session, they decided, maybe he
where
doesn't
we can
actually know.
explore other worlds. So, while travel to another planet may seem highly imaginative to us today, in the year 2000, it may be...
Year 2000!
Here, for example, is a story of travel in the skies, visits to worlds in outer space, which may well be the blueprint of life to be lived.
Why are we watching this guy talking about a movie? That's so stupid.
Buddy! Watch out, we're going to crash! Professor! What is it, buddy?
I'm not your buddy, guy!
I'm not your guy, pal!
I'm not your pal, friend.
Later, men from a scouting ship discover the wreck.
apparently while they were asleep, the entire planet decided to go business
Perfect state of
silly
preservation.
casual.
Must have been frozen since the ship crashed.
Oh crap, I just broke off his nose. Oh boy.
They're gonna make great eating.
That's strange. Body's almost natural temperature. Let's get them out of here. This gas is making me drowsy. Well, take hold of the seat.
Yeah, sorry about that. I went to Taco Bell.
Wonder how fast we're going. About 1,000 miles an hour at least. Border Patrol, calling operations office. Border Patrol, calling operations office. Operations office. Go ahead.
We found a couple of cavemen.
Sure got in quick. Put this call through to Scientist General Hewer.
Man, this plot isn't just, this isn't just brisk. I mean, this is going at, like, lightning pace.
Captain Rankin speaking. We're approaching the city with 2 prisoners found in a dirigible.
Oh, we're prisoners now.
20th century? What does he mean? I don't know. Ship was
Some
frozen
sort
on the
of
tip
year.
invasion. Prisoners were in a state of suspended animation when we found them.
Bring them directly to me when you land. That is all.
Scientist General's respect, sir. You're to come directly to his headquarters. Thank you, Lieutenant. Come on, men.
My name is Buck Rogers, and I will come when and where I want to.
Come on.
They're not wearing
Take
the
my
same
place,
clothes
Lieutenant
as
Deering.
us.
Follow our
So
spaceship to
concerning.
Lieutenant I.
Look at how goofy they look.
How are you going to be in that dirigible? I was in command. We'd taken off from New York and making a trans-polar flight around the world when... what year was that? 1938. 1938? Impossible.
That year didn't exist. Our calendars only go back to 2014,
1938.
when the Great Apocalypse
There was
happened.
such an expedition. Your name, please. Buck Rogers. Lieutenant Rogers officially. And yours, my boy?
My name is George Wade, but I'm usually called Buddy.
I'm not your buddy, pal.
Bugaloo gas. That explains it then. Rankin, we are witnesses to a scientific miracle. By means of a gas discovered by Professor Morgan, these 2 people have remained in a state of suspended animation for 500 years. 500 years?
That makes me old enough to be my own great-grandfather.
But, Professor Hewer,
That
that's
doesn't
impossible,
really...
sir.
That's
Dr.
not how...
York,
Oh, no.
Killer Kane has captured another of our pilots.
Did I just see the Futurama ship fly by?
Why not Zoidberg?
You may save yourself considerable discomfort by telling me where to find the entrance to the hidden city.
I do not remember.
It's Rhett
I think I
Butler's
know a
brother,
way to make
Chet
you remember.
Butler.
Okay, I know this guy's the bad guy, but he's got seriously awesome clothes.
Yes, indeed.
Wait, so we're watching people watch a thing on a screen and talk about it. Who does this?
Those men were once pilots
Absolutely
of Dr. Hewer's ships.
ridiculous.
Now
Doesn't
they
make any
are
sense.
living robots.
Not the kind of future I want to
Robbed of
have.
all willpower
Obviously
while
not.
they wear the helmets I had designed for them. Shall I have you measured for a robot's helmet? Or will you tell me where the entrance to the hidden city is?
I do not remember.
Take him away.
I don't understand, sir. Who is this man called Killer Kane? He is the result of the stupidity of the men of your century. You failed to stand
Well, I
up
can
laws.
see that. Hi!
The criminal became stronger than the law. Racketeers, you call them. Today they rule the world as cruelly as they ruled their gangs in your day.
Isn't there any chance of help from an outside source?
Only from men on some other planet.
Another planet?
Oh, we know a bunch of those.
That doesn't sound very hopeful. It could be. But our spaceships seem unable to slip through Kane's air blockade. We've lost 5 thus far trying it. You mean you actually have ships that can travel from planet to planet? Of course. If you have ships that can travel that far, you know, I think I know a way of running that blockade. Well, if you have any plans, I'm ready to listen to them. But to me, it seems much hopeless. Am I right, Marshal Craig, in assuming that you can operate a plane from the ground at such a distance?
By the way, thanks for the new clothes.
Radio? That's correct, Rogers. Well then, sir, why don't you send up such a ship as a decoy? While Kane's patrol is following it, I can slip through in a spaceship and get help from Saturn.
We've already lost too many ships and crews. We can't afford to try it.
It seems to me you can't afford not to try it, sir.
Rogers is right, Marshal. Unless we get help from Saturn, our cause is lost. Very well, sir. You're in charge.
Thank you very much.
Lieutenant Deering, you will go with Rogers to establish a means of communication
And to
with
be his
Saturn.
love interest.
If you do get through to that planet.
But I thought that was Buddy, sir. No, Buck Rogers.
Look, another one of those spaceships. Patrol ship 7-4 calling 60,000-foot patrol.
Here it is again!
Shall I lay our course directly for Saturn now, Buck?
May as well.
Hey, Buck, look.
They fell for it, all right.
And now they're turning around and shooting us.
Why that spaceship with no one in it?
We can direct all the aircraft
Yeah,
from
no
the
one
control
in it,
room
my
to
ass.
the outer atmosphere.
They probably sent, like, the guy that nobody likes from the... Wait, what?
I don't think we'll run into any more trouble. Why don't you take a nap?
Why is
Wilma?
Buck wearing a girdle?
I'll take the controls.
Thanks very much.
Well, there was this famous actor named William Shatner, and he said this thing about space travel, where the people in the far distant future believed that in order to travel in space, you must wear a girdle.
Looks like a gray wall.
That's the outer atmosphere of Saturn, buddy. It's 10 times denser than the air around the Earth.
And we're gonna slam right into it! Yay!
I don't know.
Using state-of-the-art and iron technology.
Two of Killer Kane's ships coming up fast behind us.
You know, the void of space looks an awful lot like
Retard your speed to 1/2.
the sky.
If we do, they'll get away from us. Don't worry about that. They'll either have to slow down or go up in smoke.
Set the ship to permanent press.
If we have that atmosphere at this rate of speed, the friction will bring us to a crisp.
Yes, at this incredibly fast rate of speed of hundreds of feet per hour.
Help me open the release valve in the oxygen tanks. If they explode, we'll be torn to atoms.
Buddy, take the controls.
The portholes are...
Where should I take them?
That's no use. The heat is melted at the valve end. Move, buddy.
Anti-gravity belts will have to bail out.
Buddy, open the airlock. It's no use. The heat's jammed the door.
You know, this scenario seems awfully familiar.
All right, down you go. Get to the outside door.
How do you take the radio?
Go on.
I'm so glad that our anti-gravity belts protect us against the cold vacuum of space!
Saturn is awfully solid. It looks a hell of a lot like Earth that they just left.
I'm a little surprised Buddy didn't land on that pointy rock there.
He would have enjoyed that way too
Wow, what a
much.
desolate-looking place.
Stand by the retarding rockets. Signal the other ship that we're going down. Yes, sir.
And prepare the pleasure cone.
come on, Russ. The pleasure cone is always prepared.
Lieutenant Deering calling the Scientist General of Earth. Lieutenant Deering calling the Scientist General of Earth.
Air Control Headquarters of the Heat. Go ahead, Lieutenant Deering.
Give me the Scientist General at once, please.
Wilma, this is Dr. Hewer. Are you safe?
Our Alta Atmosphere Patrol reported 2 of Killer Kane's spaceships took off after you.
They did. Shot down our ship, but we got away with anti-gravity belts.
We're going to use them to fly back to Earth, because apparently there's no space between here and there.
Well, if all of Saturn is like this, you can have it. Right. Rex over
Yes,
that way.
breathable atmosphere, reasonable amounts of gravity, possible vegetation. This is a terrible place. Why would anybody ever want to come here?
Look, I just saw one of Killer Kane's men go behind those rocks.
Are you sure?
Positive. They must have landed their ship and are following to capture us.
Maybe we can beat them at their own game. Follow me. Don't let them guess we know they're trailing us.
We're just going along. We're not being followed. Nope, nope, nope.
Stop where you are. Hand me that gun. Give it to me. There's nothing else you can do, Wilma.
What happened?
All right, then. Let's get them back to the station.
They skipped over some things happening there.
There was some kind of a plan, and yeah.
Okay. Check the rockets on the other ship. Do not move, any of you. Drop your weapons.
I am Prince of Space!
You are from the
These
Earth,
are way
you not?
too many characters,
Yes,
way
we
too
came
quickly.
It would be useless to explain to me. I am only a soldier acting under orders. 2 of you stay and guard the ship. The other 2 bring the others after me. Here are the prisoners you ordered me to bring in, sir. I am Alda, Director of the Council of the Wise. I have had you brought here to explain your presence on Saturn. You may speak.
We came here as envoys, seeking an alliance with you people of Saturn.
And why do you desire such an alliance?
To escape the tyranny of a man called Killer Kane, who's imposed his rule on all but a handful of us. A man who governs by brute force.
That's not true. Leader Kane is a just man. He rules with the consent of all save a few revolutionaries.
That
Is it true that you
man
are
has a
revolutionary?
lightning bolt on his head. We should
Yes, I
believe
suppose we
him.
are. If it's revolutionary to protest against brutality.
I have had enough. Rebels or not, I see through them all into prison. Saturn wants no contact with outside planets.
But in this age of science, we cannot hope to isolate ourselves from the rest of the universe. But we are dedicated to peace and have no patience with rebels.
Then why not form an alliance with our government and help us stamp out this rebellion?
The point is well made. We'll imprison the revolutionaries and treat with the envoys
That
of the leader Kane.
could have gone better, Buck.
Sliding panel.
But we can't escape the guards.
We'll have to try.
Throw the others in prison.
One wrong move from any of you. You'll need a new Council of the Wise.
Yeah, you're making a great case for how you're actually the peaceful good guys, Buck.
In short, you're not helping Jim here.
There, these old tubs of ice cream should hold them.
Quick, get in the Christmas ornament! Man, that is so unsafe.
There are certain benefits to these edited down serials, because we probably missed 20 minutes solid of people piling through a doorway clumsily back there.
Take the controls, Buck. I'll fire the starting rocket.
Right. Drop down the door, buddy. See if all the portholes are closed.
I think I got all the doors closed. If we die of asphyxiation, I missed
Might
one.
be glad to get back to Earth.
That's the right way you're going, buddy.
Well, there's some space around that planet.
Wilma and Rogers must prevail on the Saturnians to lend them a spaceship to return to Earth. That's no Saturnian craft, Doctor. It's one of Killer Kane's spaceships. Impossible. I know that type of ship too well to be mistaken.
You know, not everything is impossible, Bob.
Have you tried to contact them on our wavelength? As a matter of fact, I have. We must do so at once. There's a spaceship at 274.6. Contact at once on our wavelength. Yes, sir.
Air Marshal calling spaceship on 274.
Hey, you're listening to the big 274.6. I'm Wildman Bob, here with my sidekick, Buddy.
The radio is working so we can contact Dr. Hugh.
Well, that isn't necessary. I know the secret entrance to the hidden city. We better start using our retarding pressure.
Oh, we're already retarded. Don't worry about it.
274.6. I'm sorry, sir. There's no contact.
That proves it, Doctor. It is a Kane ship.
But I can't understand.
There's only one answer, Doctor. Wilma and Rogers must have betrayed a secret entrance to the city.
There's the signal to open the gates. What shall I do, sir?
Open them and stand by to close them at my command.
Shoot them out of the sky and put us all out of our misery now.
They got a signal.
They're in the lock now, sir.
Close the gates, Mom, and put all the power of the dynamos behind them.
Jam!
Kool-Aid.
Oh, yeah.
Notify the airport not to drop the wrecked ship to the airdrome. Have it lowered with crane. I want to examine it.
Yes, sir. Buddy! Buddy! Get that gravity belt.
What, again?
We still have a chance. Quick! Quick, through that opening.
You mean the one with the rock jutting through it?
There's still time for us to fail at yet another mission.
The Air Marshal ordered me to arrest anyone who escaped from the wrecked ship, sir.
You mean you were in that spaceship?
Yes, sir.
But it's one of Killer Kane's spaceships. That's why I ordered it destroyed.
The only way we could escape from Saturn, sir, after the men of that planet turned against us.
We'd better discuss this in my office. Report back to the
I
office.
kind of didn't help with that whole situation there, sir. Sorry.
We may have incidentally started interplanetary war.
To aid in the suppression of anarchy wherever found. To that end, we have signed this promise of support. Then Stalin, you will visit the Earth with Captain Lasker. Verify his story. If it is true, you will present this key to the leader Kane for his signature. Saturn will abide by your decision.
Saturn, sir, not Saturn.
Must be that Saturnian accent.
How soon can your spaceship be ready to leave, Captain?
It's ready now, and I suggest we start at once.
We're gonna hit some really heavy traffic between here and there. In space.
This is Prince Talon, Lieutenant Patton. We're leaving for Earth immediately. Did everything work out as you hoped? I think our troubles with Dr. Hugh are about over.
Who?
Have you identified the ship, Huron? Beyond question, it's a Killer Kane ship.
May I look, sir?
Oh, why, of course.
That's the wrong end of it, you caveman.
It's a sister ship to the one we came back from Saturn in.
Then that means that Killer Kane's men have probably completed their mission on Saturn. If we only knew if they made the alliance with the Saturnians.
Well, haven't we got any spies working with the Killer Kane people?
Well, we've tried it. But every one of them has been captured and put into Kane's robot battalion.
So what was done with the stuff taken from the wrecked spaceship?
Dr. Hewer has the instruments. The rest of the equipment was put in military storage.
And you still have the uniforms taken from the crew's quarters?
Are you suggesting that we use those uniforms to get a spy into Killer Kane's camp?
Why, that's brilliant! We never even thought of that before!
Be captured and spend the rest of your
Future
days
people
in
are
the
dumb.
We just kept sending our people in dressed like normal, and they'd immediately spot them.
If I can get the information concerning the Saturnian treaty, sir, may mean the success of our campaign.
He's right, Hewer. You haven't a chance in 1,000. But if you're willing to risk it, I can't afford
Don't tell
to
me
refuse
the odds.
offer.
Thank you very much.
Which one of those buildings is Killer Kane's?
That big one, the terraces. I'll circle it in a minute.
Because that is in no way suspicious.
Prepare to bail out.
Right up.
So long, Rankin.
Good luck, Lieutenant.
Ah! Thump, 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 thump. I totally meant to do that.
Quick, call the Batman! Oh, they have lovely topiaries here in the city.
I sent for you because my patience is about at an end. You have all read the treaty which our good friend Prince Talon has brought from our sister planet Saturn. It pleases me.
Just like my sister, Saturn is huge, bloated, and far away.
Are there any objections from the councils? Then I submit it to you for your signatures.
No one will sign that treaty, Kane. I'll take it.
Cards! How did you get in here?
Again.
Once again,
You're not helping.
Spot Rogers.
How did they fire those from the ceiling?
Came to Saturn.
Talon, you're not going to sign this treaty until I've had a chance to show you just why this man is called Killer Kane.
Don't be a fool, Rogers. If you persist in this folly, my men will kill you.
Not until I've shown Prince Talon just what you do with your prisoners, Kane. Get to the televi. Go on, move. Prince Talon, you go with me.
You are also temporarily my hostage. Sorry about this.
Keep these consuls covered. Get the dynamo rooms.
Dynamo Rooms. That's like a really great name for a club.
I said the dynamo room, Kane. See for yourself,
They're happy
Prince
workers.
Those steel caps they're wearing are amnesia helmets, an invention of Kane's scientists to rob men of their minds and their will. But this is incredible. Nevertheless, Talon.
Where can we buy some?
Now do you know why we are fighting?
Yeah, we're really behind that.
Who is your leader? I shall be glad to treat with him. That's a very handsome gesture, Prince Talon. But how do you and Rogers plan to leave my city? You will be arrested by my guards before you can
I
leave
have
the palace.
diplomatic immunity, that's how.
Shoot him now. Shoot him, Bug. Shoot him now.
At the gravity belt.
He's your mortal enemy! Shoot him!
Here on Earth. It's really an outgrowth of the old
And then take out the entire friggin' ruling body.
Buddy. Out the window you go, you two.
Well, how about you, Buck?
Never mind about me.
Come on, over here, quick.
Alright, now catch me! Thump.
Why didn't he kill me? We were dealing with some kind of imbecile.
Get away, I'll put every man of you in the robot battalion. They're on the terrace. If necessary, bring in some of the ships from the Outer Atmosphere Patrol. Assign them to cover Kane City. Rogers must be given all possible help. Nothing new from Rogers. I'm sorry, Doctor, not a word. It looks bad.
Marshal Craig, we can't just stand here and do nothing. Maybe if we...
Lieutenant Deering, you forget where you are. Oh, it's possible that Rogers
What?
has escaped. He may be somewhere in the open country between here and Kane City. I suggest we send out a scout patrol to look for him. Do so at once, Craig. Lieutenant Deering.
Yes, sir?
You're a member of the 7th Pursuit, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Order out the squadron. Cover all of the open country between here and Kane City.
I'm so glad that they left in all of this,
I'll have your complete
long
flying
talking
orders sent to the airport.
scenes,
That is all.
Yes, sir.
Well, we have to establish that she's actually important.
She'll find Buck Rogers if anybody can.
I barely even know who she is. It doesn't really matter.
That's why they have to leave it in.
Meanwhile, in Cardboard City...
Call out the guard. They're getting away. Let's start the pressure. Tell them, don't down those doors.
Yes, state-of-the-art in model technology.
Thunderbirds are something.
We made it.
Thunderbirds are slow.
Captain Roberts speaking. Let me speak to the leader.
Calling the leader. Calling the leader.
Oh, that's for me. I'll take it.
This is the leader. What have you to report?
The fugitives have escaped in your patrol ship, sir.
Escaped? In my ship? You...
But it's my ship, my
Report to the guard captain under arrest.
ship.
Yes, sir.
The leader's airport. The spies have escaped in my private patrol ship. Send the squadron after them and shoot them down. Warn all outposts. If they break through to the open country, we'll never get them.
My mustache is sad now.
No confidence vote.
And you are the men I made counselors of Earth. I would be better served by this Buck Rogers, who walked through your men as if they were children.
I notice you didn't capture Rogers when he was in this very room.
Krenko, I warn you. Another statement like that and you will go before the firing squad. And so are all of you if you fail me.
Can I have the firing squad that was shooting at Buck Rogers? Because they don't seem to be able to hit anything.
Much farther to your hidden city, Colonel Rogers? Oh, about 600 miles.
I wouldn't call old Dr. Hugh exactly handsome, but sure would give a lot to see his face right now.
I bet you would, buddy. Talon, I should have returned this treaty to you after I took it from Killer King.
His handsome
I'd
face.
forgotten about it in the excitement.
His
Someday you must return to the planet Saturn with me and receive the thanks of people for preventing the alliance with Kane.
I'd rather you thank me by giving us your planet's support and smashing Killer King's armies.
Hey, Buck, here comes a whole squadron at us.
Is it a Kane squadron?
No, it's one of our own from the hidden city.
Calling Lieutenant Deering.
This is Lieutenant Deering. Go ahead, please.
It's a Killer Kane ship approaching beneath us about 6,000. Pull out a formation and bring it down before they can communicate with headquarters.
Yes, sir.
They still haven't worked out any way to message them to tell them that
Hey, Buck, one of them's diving at us.
we're the good guys.
Yes, I can. This is Killer Kane's ship. They think we're
Again.
You loved it 5 minutes ago. Here it is again.
They're going to shoot us down.
can do is sit down and let them see who we are.
And by set down, you mean crash.
First time I ever saw Killer Kane's ship give up so easily.
And just nuke the site from orbit.
They only had one ship set
Duck
in
Rogers
there.
and Betty. We thought you were an enemy ship. I'm so glad that was not a direct hit.
That makes it unanimous, Wilma.
Who is this? One of Killer Kane's men?
I know. He's the best friend we have, Randy. It's Prince Talon, envoy from the planet Saturn. He's going to help us
His
in our fight
loyalty
against
turns
Killer
on
Kane.
a dime.
Very sorry, sir. I didn't understand.
Well, that's an old custom we have here. It's a sign of friendship, like this, Talon. That's right. Wilma, report back to your squadron.
And
Advise
now
your
their
commander what
Earth
happened, tell him we'll
diseases
follow you
kill
back to
him
the city and gain
instantly.
ship.
Oh, I think I will.
Good.
Not even his nibble helmet will save him from our diseases.
All's nothing. He's been taken care of, sir. Dr. Huer, this is Prince Talon, envoy from the planet Saturn. Dr. Huer is our scientist general. And Air Marshal Craig, our operations chief.
Prince Talon? Prince Talon, you bring new hope to a beleaguered race. If it had not been for Colonel Rogers, I think your enemy would have tricked me into fighting him instead of helping. I am authorized to sign this treaty, pledging our support to your cause. It will be more honest to see our people and decide whether we are worthy of your help.
Lieutenant Deering, it would be well to contact the planet Saturn.
Yes, sir.
Advise them that we have signed a treaty with Prince Talon.
That was
They are
fast.
involved with Killer Kane.
That coffee
Calling
smells
Planet
really
Saturn.
good. Could I have some? I haven't
Calling
had
Planet
anything in a couple of
Saturn.
days.
I assured the leader that the Hidden City Squadron was upon us before we could bomb Rogers and Talon again. So you allowed Rogers to escape with Talon to the Hidden City? We could not help ourselves. You see, we were silenced. If Talon pledges the aid of Saturn to Dr. Huer, they will drive us from the face of the earth.
We brought it on ourselves. You should have taken my advice. Quit when we had enough.
Since you are so clever, you shall take a spaceship to Saturn and arrange a treaty with her people before Talon has time to report back.
I refuse. I will not be a tool for your insane ambitions.
I am in command here, Crankle. Take him away to the robot battalion where he can forget his grievances.
You can't send me there, Kane. You can't. I'll take your commission to Saturn. I'll take your commission to Saturn. But don't send me to Robert Kane.
Sounds like he got an infusion of helium there toward the end.
Yes, let me watch him wiggle in torment.
If you've anything to say it now, Crico. When this helmet is in place, you'll never think nor speak again. You can tell Kane that I'll escape. I'll live to see the day that his
Mommy.
one more dead man
Are
in
you
the
my
ranks of the
mummy?
leader's enemies.
I love it when that happens.
You know, technically, for him to do any work, he would have to think a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. Putting it out there.
I trust no others share the feelings of the late Counselor Krinko. Being a kindly ruler, I shall give you a chance to redeem yourself. Thank you, sir.
Get down on your
Fly the spaceship to
knees
Saturn and arrange the treaty that Krenko refused to try. If you succeed, there is an empty chair at my council table.
I want you to move it into the guest room.
The Earth, calling the planet Saturn.
I'm afraid it's useless, Doctor. Apparently our receiving sets are not in tune with your projectors. In that event, you'll have to return to Saturn by spaceship. I doubt whether such a trip is possible.
Why does anybody bother with electronic communication in this? None of it works!
Report just received, sir. Killer Kane has doubled all air patrols in that stratum.
A spaceship wouldn't have a chance. I am not quite so sure about that, Cragg. Not sure? You know what's happened to all our ships that tried to break through? Yes, but I've been working on a little experiment that may help us. What kind of an experiment? Well, I didn't mean to show it until I had perfected it, but even as it is, it may serve our purpose. Just step over to this window. Now watch the ship nearest you. Stand well back. I don't want to experiment on you. Do you know anything about this?
I knew he was working on something, but he wouldn't say what it was.
Keep an eye on
I know that he's kind of crazy too, but that's about it.
To blow up or something?
Why, it's disappearing in the thin air.
Oh, don't get in the ray. Might do the same
Turned
thing
it
to you.
into Jello pudding
Wouldn't harm you very
pops.
much, but it may take some time to bring you back to visibility.
But I don't see how that'll help, sir. If you've destroyed the ship,
Oh, but I haven't. The ship is still there, but you can't see it. I have discovered a ray which reduces all opaque matter to transparency, perfect as the ether itself. Unfortunately, I can hold it only for a matter of a few minutes. 10 at most.
and the ray won't harm anybody inside the ship?
Not at all.
Well, then the problem's solved.
Granted, we'll be able to
And the
see
sooner
you
we start, the
flying
better.
through
Yes.
space
They'll need a navigator set.
without a ship.
They will. You will report
Sounds
to the
good
air
to me.
control room and make ready for immediate flight.
Yes, sir.
If I have to take you with me, we'll get to the control room. Doctor?
Have the rockets loaded into a spaceship for immediate
So,
takeoff.
how many test subjects died in spaceships for him to figure out that it was totally harmless?
This is the air control office.
Well, that's the thing. Once you make them invisible, it gets really hard to count them.
This is true.
These are retarding rockets. Make sure you put them in the lower racks with the firing end forward.
Duh! No, I'm just kidding.
You'll be pretty much on your own when you reach Saturn.
Okay, Droppo.
I've never seen such a not secret entrance.
Better fire another rocket, woman.
I hope we get through Kane's blockade.
All depends on Dr. Hewitt, tell him. I'll radio him as soon as we spot any of the Kane ships.
Buck, there they are, right above us.
And they all appear to be on fire.
Dr. Hewitt?
I'm talking to you through the magic yo-yo.
This is Dr. Hewitt. Go ahead, Buck.
We spotted the Kane ships, sir. They're directly above us. Better start your dissolvo ray.
I turn it on immediately, Buck.
Dissolvo ray.
The hidden city ship rising, sir. Trying to run our blockade.
Head straight for it. Man the ray guns. Hold your fire and I'll give you the order.
I guess you could call it a rebel blockade runner.
Yes, but you shouldn't.
It's working perfectly, Doctor.
True.
Look. It's disappearing into thin air. Attention all patrol ships. The hidden city spaceship has just run our blockade. Spread out. Circle and try to locate it.
All right, Helen?
Yes.
You, Wilma?
Fine, Buck.
Stand by your rocket controls.
Look, the controls form a nice little happy
Better,
face.
Elite. A strange sensation being up here in a ship you couldn't see.
Now, the main thing is we got through Killer Kane's blockade. Now the only thing left between us and Saturn is space.
How come it shows them going past Saturn?
Well, we made it. We're over Saturn again. Now, sir, Lieutenant Deering and I must return to the Earth immediately.
So I realize the need for your haste. I will see you to your spaceship.
Thank you, Talon. Goodbye, sir.
But wait, one of the guys had a robot helmet on it. What was that about?
I think that may have been his crown or something, and they just reused the prop. Maybe?
Well, it could be, I suppose. Otherwise, they really cut out a huge plot point there.
Colonel Rogers on Saturn calling the Scientist General on Earth.
Air Control Room calling the Scientist General. Air Control Room calling the Scientist General.
Yeah, what do you want?
Buck Rogers.
Yes, Buck? Is everything all right?
Yes, sir. Wilma and I are taking off immediately, sir, but before we do, we wanted to check with you about the dissolvo ray.
It's still imperfect. We can count on it to make you invisible long enough to slip through K's air blockade.
That's fine, Doctor. Then as soon as we near the Earth, we'll advise you.
I advise you to name it something else.
For you. There is nothing to keep you here any longer.
No, Talon. We'll get in touch with you on the space radio as soon as we decide the best way to rid the Earth of Killer Kane and his outlaw army.
The best of luck to you.
Don't you want weapons and, troops from us? No? Okay then. Goodbye.
Try the starting rocket, Wilma.
Time to check over the dissolvable ray apparatus at once and we get here. Colonel Rogers is on his way back from Saturn, and we'll need to bring him through the blockade. Yes, sir.
I just can't get enough of these slow-moving cardboard ships.
They look like Art Deco irons.
His mission to Saturn must have failed. I am preparing another expedition to force the Saturnians to sign a treaty with us. This time I shall...
And then we conquer Uranus.
This is the leader.
Sir, an unidentified spaceship has been reported returning from Saturn.
Notify the commander of the outer atmosphere.
And if Uranus will not cooperate, we're going to go there and we're going to pound Uranus over and over again until it gives up and lets us in.
Report an unidentified spaceship returning from Saturn. Perhaps Laska has been successful after all. We'll make no move until we learn more. Adjourn.
The end. Damn it.
Patrol 62. Calling Patrol 62.
Where the hell are you, Patrol 62?
This is Patrol 62.
This is Commander White. Take your patrol to the 120,000-foot level. Watch for a spaceship returning from Saturn.
If it is an enemy craft, bring it down.
Yes, sir.
Also, it may be invisible.
Yes, sir.
Wilma, gotta give me a few retardants.
Wilma!
I'll soon be in the outer atmosphere.
What is the deal
All
with
of
the
the
hovering...
Dr. Euro.
all of the herps are ready to derp, sir.
1,000-foot level, sir. Stand by with your dissolvo ray.
What's the deal with the hovering yo-yo that they always talk into? What advantage is there in that?
Look, there's a Kane patrol squadron coming up fast beneath us.
Dr. Euro, give us the ray now, sir.
One of Kane's patrol squadrons has spotted us.
is.
Fire now. Now.
Squadron 62. Spaceship
No.
sighted. Fly above
Now.
and use attack formation 9.
Now. Any second now. Fire now.
Happy fog at this level. That ship seems to be disappearing.
Okay, note to self, guys. If I ever become a dictator, all of my men will operate on the shoot first, ask pointless rhetorical questions, and make announcements that nobody cares about later.
Oh, Lacey, check the machinery on this ship. The Air Marshal will want all the information he can get on it.
Yes, sir.
I like how they found this frozen guy from 500 years ago, and they totally trust him. He's in charge of everybody.
And he knows how to fly a spaceship.
It's funny how that works.
Hey guys, where was I? I was in the bathroom. Guys? Why, it's a whimsical knocking out.
Marshal Craig.
Colonel Rogers, Lieutenant Deering, plenty what we've given you up for dead. We must see Dr. Huron at once. Come.
Now, sir, I suppose you're anxious to hear about the Saturnian treaty?
By all means, Colonel.
The rulers of the planet Saturn are with us in our fight against Killer Kane, sir. They're going to send spaceships as soon as we are ready to attack.
With this support, we cannot lose. We must call a meeting of the War Council at once.
It would be funny if it turns out that Saturn just has really sucky armies, so they really can't help at all.
What's been happening? The War Minister's been in there with Craig since 9 o'clock. Something's up.
Yeah.
By the way, I've never ever seen you before. Where do you live?
Oh, good night.
Good night.
Wizard's not in!
Out of sound. Get in that room.
Calling the leader, Kane, calling the leader. Calling the leader, Kane, calling the leader. Calling the leader, Kane, calling the leader.
This is the leader.
I want that to be my
Sir, this is
ringtone.
Carson of your private patrol ship.
I'm only in the city air control room.
Hidden City. Do you know where the secret entrance is?
Yes, sir. It's in the Valley 100 on our maps. The gates are open now.
I'll notify the outer atmosphere patrol at once.
So he has like no underlings under him. Everyone just reports to him. That seems a little inefficient.
Sir. The secret entrance to the hidden city.
When you're an evil dictator, you can't trust anybody.
The gates are open.
This is true.
And destroy the city. It shall be done, sir. Contact. All ships. Attention, all ships. Objective Valley 100 at full throttle. Well, gentlemen, we'll see you in the morning. Good night, Marshal. Good night, Colonel.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
You know, Marshal Craig, I still believe that every day we delay our attack on Killer Kane is a day lost.
I'm inclined to agree with you, Colonel. We'll discuss it again at the War Council tomorrow.
Yes.
Excuse me a moment.
And then at the War Council the day after, and probably the War Council the day after that.
I don't know, sir. He left a few minutes ago. If he'll go back to straight duty for this, the fools left the gates open. Don't touch that switch. Kane's spy. That's right. Brought here by Colonel Rogers himself.
Oh, so you stowed away in that patrol ship, did you? I should have had sense enough to search it.
You won't have to worry long about that, Colonel. There's a full squadron of the leader's planes on the way here now.
Thanks for ruining the surprise, Dick.
The airport guards will...
So even if you kill me, you're all screwed! No, you're supposed to shoot. You don't use the gun to hit people with. You use it to shoot people. Is this the first fight he's been in? Because I don't remember him getting into a fight until now. No, again, shoot guns. You don't use...
That actually would be a really epic strategy, you know. Hey, yes, you can come on in, slam, crash, bang.
Air Marshal Craig speaking. Send all available men to the airport. 2 of Killer Kane's patrol ships have forced the hidden gates. We've got to work fast. Show him no mercy. Stand right where you are. Show you, we're outnumbered 10 to 1. Take their guns, men.
They said no mercy. That means kill them now.
But if they kill them now, then how are they going to escape and be the next plot point in 3 minutes?
Killer Kane's crews have been captured. Get a doctor here quickly, Rankin.
Don't bother, sir. Just a burn from a ray gun. Be all right tomorrow.
I hope so. We'll need you at the War Council meeting. Remove that prisoner. All right, then. Take him away.
Are you sure? That looks pretty bad. No, I'm okay.
May I suggest, sir, that the best possible defense is the bold offensive. After what happened last night, our only chance is to attack Killer Kane immediately. He now knows the secret entrance to our city, and every hour we delay weakens our chances. I suggest, sir, that we contact our allies on Saturn immediately and ask
I think we should wait until sanctions kick in.
I said you might wait for Colonel Rogers, but no listening. Then it is the unanimous vote of this War Council that we communicate with Saturn immediately. Ask their promised support.
You know, their leader guy is one tiny toothbrush mustache away from looking exactly like Hitler. He's got the overly palminated hair that's just wee on the one side. And he's got the same doughy white build.
Doctor, is it to be war?
Yes, we must communicate with Saturn at once.
But how can we hope to defeat Kane with so vast a force at his disposal?
With Saturn's help, Wilma, we stand better than an even chance.
Is the equipment in order?
Yes, sir. It was checked only this morning.
Right, was this morning before or after the spy was in here wrecking stuff?
Look at that, see. The receiving set you left on Saturn is dead. We can't communicate with it.
Maybe it's only turned off, sir.
The set is dead. If there were any life at all, that lamp would flicker instead of burning steadily. We've got to get into communication with them. There's nothing I can do, Marshal.
I've made 2 trips there already, sir. Looks like I'm going to have to make a third.
You wouldn't stand a chance. After last night, the outer atmosphere would be swarming with Kane patrol ships. You couldn't make it in one of our ships.
But I don't mean to take one of our own
What
ships,
about
sir.
the invisible ray? You know, the one we just used
Ships.
yesterday?
They're not built for space journeys.
I'm sorry, sir. I hadn't thought of that.
I can fix that. I can have my technicians install extra rocket racks. You won't have a comfortable journey, but you'll get there.
Something would work, sir. I'll be ready to take off as soon as the ship is in orbit.
But Buck, you don't mean to go alone.
I'm afraid so, Wilma. I daren't take a single defender from the city.
But your arm.
The arm's all right. Now, don't you worry about it. See you before I go.
Well, it's starting to smell of almonds. That's a sign of get. Oh, never mind.
I was frozen for 500 years, Wilma. I don't feel anything anymore. I'm completely numb. See, look, it's fine.
About time to take off.
Just gotta shove the bone back in.
He's probably very busy at something or other.
Wilma, I'm sorry you're not making this trip.
So am I, Buck.
Buddy's got 500 years worth of pornography to catch up
I'll
on.
keep in constant communication with you, sir. Good. Goodbye.
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 Goodbye, Buck.
How come nobody can never go off to their death quickly?
Buddy was a spy for Killer Kane all along. What a twist!
Sent back in time 500-something years to befriend Buck Rogers so that he could betray him at just the right moment.
Commander White speaking.
Ship
Brilliant!
coming up from the Hidden City Valley.
Commander White speaking. 7 Squadron Patrol prepared for action against Hidden City ship.
One of our scouts, sir.
Cancel that last order. Ship identified as one of our scouts.
Oh, we haven't gotten a status report from them. Contact them and find out what's going on.
Squadron commander calling ship ZN1.
That is a seriously uncomfortable-looking seat.
How did you manage to escape from Hidden City? What happened to the other ship?
I did not broadcast my report, sir. Please advise all patrol ships ZN1 en route to headquarters with urgent information.
Squadron commander calling all patrol ships. General orders. ZN1 is an extra detail en route to Leader Kane's headquarters.
You know, Buck could just put his ship on a direct crash course to Killer Kane's headquarters and then jump out with the anti-gravity belt and let it slam
Okay,
into it
buddy.
and kill him.
You can come out anytime you want now.
Not as effective as shooting him earlier when he had the chance, but...
Hey, how did you know I was in there?
Well, when you're trying to hide out from somebody, be careful when you peek around corners.
Oh, I get it. You saw me in the observation here.
Yeah, that's right.
Say, Bucky, you're not really going to Kane's headquarters, are you?
Yeah, I'll say we're not. Hey, buddy, you take the controls and keep her as she is. We headed for the planet Saturn.
Yes, sir.
What again? Are we there yet, Buck?
Aldar,
Are we there yet?
you will not save Prince Talon by accepting Kane's terms. Once he's here on Saturn, he will kill your prince and enslave your people. Gentlemen, you're dealing with the vilest type of crime known to man. Kidnapping. Why, we fought it on Earth for centuries.
That's real,
Men
really
capable
the
of
vilest
such a crime
type.
Are without honor. The words are worthless. And Killer Kane is the foulest of the lot.
Slavery,
And your own experience with him should
child
tell you that I speak the truth.
pornography.
Surely you must see
absolutely
that
nothing
treaty with
compared to
Killer Kane will
kidnapping.
result only in your prince's death and the subjugation of your people.
May I, who first suggested surrender, now withdraw my plea. Let us abide by our treaty with the people of the Hidden City and fight Killer Kane.
And you?
I, too, cast my vote for war.
I'm a little tired of Dell there on the end. He's so wishy-washy.
Air control. Air control. All planes assigned to Battle Plan B, take off immediately.
Captain Rankin, all planes assigned to Battle Plan B are to take off immediately. All planes assigned to Battle Plan B, take off immediately.
And they set fire to the city as they leave.
Yeah, this is Red Leader to Red Squadron. Keep a nice tight formation here. Everybody keep an eye out for Porkins.
We're in luck, buddy. There isn't a single ship on
Stay on
Kane's
target.
airfield.
Finally, a different ship set.
Dynamo room is over that way.
That wall looks surprised to see them.
Not a sound out here.
Buck Rogers. Nope, you made a sound, now you're dead.
Buddy, See that robot down there?
You mean the guy with the bucket on his head?
That's Crinkle. He was Kane's right-hand man until the killer had him thrown in the robot battalion. We can get him loose. I have an idea he'll help us to get even. You. Call down to the guard and have Crinkle sent up here. Crinkle? That's right. Go on.
I love the way he cuts potato chips.
Hey, squad guard, send Crinkle up here. Crinkle. Balcony.
Well, yes, it is a balcony.
But keep him covered.
I'm just waiting to see how Buddy screws this up.
Buddy? No. Never.
Crinkle. Crinkle. Are you all right?
Yes. Yes, I'm all right.
Now listen. Listen. We've come here to free the robots and turn them against Kane. Put this back on again. It's harmless now. Then go down
Take
and
my
remove
word
the helmet
for
from the
it.
others. You got that?
That'll be a real pleasure.
Fine.
And the most creative use of a prop award for this movie goes to the ice bucket, doubling as the Roboman helmet.
You see, buddy, when they do that, you're supposed to shoot them. So what did that giant auger do anyway?
It's there to remind the former dissidents and now Robomen exactly how screwed they are.
I thought the pleasure codes probably did that enough. But this one.
Buddy, get a helmet on this guy. That'll take care of it. All right, I'll save a nice one for Kane himself.
Now, Crinkle, lead the way. Go on, bud.
Now that we know the secret entrance to the hidden city...
Yes, it's absolute terrible things that he does. I'm going to use this as an argument to show the Saturnians why they should never join sides with Killer Kane. We're going to use the robot helmets too as soon as we have a chance.
We've been attacked by Hidden City planes and force.
I've already lost a third of my ships.
Commander White. Commander White.
Pull up, organs!
We must attack Hidden City immediately. What rockets?
What does this mean?
It means that you're through, Kane.
What do you think it means?
Crinkle, hold him. No! No!
I'm a little teapot, short and stout.
And that, my friends,
He's
finishes
the perfect
story of Killer
Duck
Kane,
Dynasty fan
the
now.
man who wanted to conquer the world. No less ruthless, no less cunning, no less a danger to civilization than the very real enemy that threatens the world today.
Wait, was that it?
Let us hope that the scientists of the free world will devise the weapons and the craft that will make democracy invincible against any enemy. God bless America.
Whichever enemy we decide is the enemy today.
We've always been at war with the Eastern Age.
Hey, it's over.
It probably could have used slightly more careful editing on their behalf, but it was painful to watch in the 68-minute format. I don't even want to think about the 237-minute format.
No, how much non-content must be in there?
Yeah.
Man.
Russ is right, though. We probably skipped through like 20 pointless windmill flailing, I'm fighting you! I'm fighting you!